Howdy. I'm here to discuss with you today a little bit about gas blowback maintenance. Here I've got in my hands an Umarex G3A3 licensed from H&K, made by world-renowned Hong Kong manufacturer WE. This is not a review, this is just a simple how to keep it clean and operating guide. So, we'll get started. It's quick, it's simple, but you do need to do this at the end of every game day or every other game day if you're not, anywhere particularly foul or mucky. This is much akin to a real firearm. It'll get fouled up, it'll get jammed, and it'll wear out quicker if you leave it dirty. You may have noticed that I started off by putting the stock pins in the stock. H&K, Heckler & Koch were geniuses. They put that there deliberately so that you wouldn't lose the pins in the field. You won't need to do any more disassembly than that in terms of pin removal. The main things that you're looking to ensure are clean are any moving parts. This mostly consists of the bolt and your happy little nozzle inside. All good cleaning kits have some sort of cleaning rag or device. Kitchen roll, suede, cotton, cloth, anything will do. If anyone tells you you can't use that, they're probably talking out their ass. Unless it's asbestos, don't use asbestos. But that's unrelated. Everywhere that makes contact will become either silver or white with time. That is where you require to focus your lubricants. As you can see here, where the hammer interfaces with the bolt, where the receiver interfaces with the gas piston. Those are extremely important to ensure are lubricated. Now for a field strip, you don't need to disassemble it any more than this. Just give it a wipe out anywhere you can get, just to make sure there's not an excessive amount of dirt. If you really have to get in to a couple of extra deep spots, you can remove the trigger control group. But you shouldn't need to do more than that. Once you've given it all a wipe down, you've removed any excess dust, you want to get yourself a good thick grease. Maybe a little bit of oil if you're really feeling like it, but grease will do most of the work for you. Oil will flow from where it's needed to where it's not. And I use a little brush that came with my grease as the applicator, just to help get a nice even coat. You don't want to go too hard with the grease. You don't want to be leaving vast quantities of it all over your weapon that will attract further dirt and build-up of debris. Just give it a nice light coating anywhere that there is a contact part. In the case of this bolt, it is the runners down the side here, where the hammer makes contact, where the hammer stage lever connects here, and round the end of this buffer tube, or the gas tube here. And then just give it a little wipe with a little pressure, just push that grease around, make it even. We're not looking for enormous globs, but we're not looking for so thin you can't see it. Back in it goes. Keeping that to the rear. This lever here on the WE requires to be pushed in ever so slightly, otherwise you're not getting your rifle back together. Just a little pressure and it closes happily. Now, if you don't have the bolt locked to the rear when you reassemble your gun, as I shall demonstrate, what happens is the bolt is locked in place and operating your rifle may damage it. So, bolt to the rear, close her up, Get your recoil spring. This should be a reasonable mid-tone grey. If it is particularly black, give it a clean, but this is not a part that requires an excessive amount of cleaning. Put that back in so it actuates like a plunger. Stock back on. Pins back in. Give it the old HK slap and click to confirm it's reassembled. Double check it's absolutely reassembled correctly by actuating the mechanism. The last little tip, there's a lot of misinformation on how to clean a barrel out there. Some will tell you to use oil, some will tell you to use isopropyl alcohol, some will tell you to use any combination of agents and materials. I typically don't unless the barrel is especially dirty, because all of these agents will interface with your hop up in a negative way. Isopropyl alcohol or industrial degreasants or even gun degreasants will absolutely perish the hell out of your hot rubber really quickly. So if you don't want to be spending an awful lot of time looking around for different hot rubbers because you keep wearing yours out, keep the degreaser and the isopropyl off of it. And the reason why we don't use oil, well, as I said earlier, oil and grease attracts dirt. So congratulations on attracting dirt inside your barrel. But cleaning out the barrel, it's nice and easy. Lock the moving parts to the rear. Get a little patch of fabric or tissue or anything sturdy, kitchen paper. Get yourself a collapsible or even just the cleaning rod that comes with the gun in the barrel and twist as you send it down. And what comes out, well, if you've not shot it recently and you've cleaned it out, should come out fairly clean. However, as you can see, it has not come out perfectly clean. You do not need to get a mirror sheen on your gun or inside the barrel. However, the cleaner, the better. So I'm going to be sending another patch down just to double tap that. There you go, distinctly cleaner. Still not perfect, but for demonstration purposes, you understand. And that is a full field service of your G3A3.